It's your girl Leslie, and welcome to my channel. Hey everybody, how has your days been? Mine's been very simple, nice, very nice. Actually, you know what? I want to just show you guys something. So first, before I show you, do you guys like my new shirt? I got it from Five Below, and obviously it's like sun drop and moon drop, of course, by Win Baby. That's what I'm referencing slightly here, but I like it. Also, like, hold up. Let me go get it real quick because it's super. I really wanted to show you guys the posters I got. By the way, I got this also on Five Below for like $5. I like it. It's like a My Hero Academia mini posters, and I got two of them. I got one that is Aizawa, of course, you know, Zaddy. And I also got a second one that has All Might, you know, the like old actual gremlin. And I can't wait to hook them up if I move. I get to hook up all the posters I have collected so far, which is not a lot, but you know, it's enough, you know. I might start collecting these like at Five Below because they're starting to sell like those big posters. I got the mini posters, so I might be able to hook it up in my room somewhere. Cause you know I gotta show that I'm an anime fan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yoink! And also here I'm gonna show you guys something else as well. Y'all like it? I also got these stickers. In Five Below, these Animal Crossing stickers, I got it from my friend. But don't worry, I'm gonna decorate my computer more. Don't worry. But oh my god, I love it. It's a little clear, but I like it. It still shows who the characters are. And it's cute. It's cute. It shows that, you know, clearly an anime nerd is the owner of that computer. Anyway, oh my gosh, I got so on track here. So today we're going to be reading Glamrock Freddy X Reader. Now I will say this, they recently did update, so if you're reading ahead of me or you're reading the story way before I even posted, you might want to go ahead and check that out. Obviously, it's gonna be in the link down below. Just letting y'all know. And without further ado, let's get straight into this because I'm interested in what's gonna happen next. We have to know. We have to know. Okay, so somehow it went down there. Anyways, so yeah. So we is in here, chapter 3, Starry Gift. Yes, Starry Gift. I was about to say Scabby. Starry Gift. Freddy, come on, spill the beans. Oh, yes. Once again, Monty wouldn't leave Freddy alone for practically the rest of the night. Mons, for the last time, please let me go to my room and recharge. He was about to honestly just give up and hide in his room for at least the last 2 hours, putting himself in the desired charging station he needed. Ugh, whatever. I'll just go tell the others about it. I bet they'll just go as crazy over this as I am. Monty was about to walk away. This isn't over, Freddy. He just let out a sigh before going into his room, feeling exhausted from getting his ear talked out from questions. Freddy entered the back room where his charge station stood brightly, entering the lightning blue cylinder. Though it was small, it was still the perfect space for him. He proceeded to close his eyes, feeling the charging liquid granting him the energy he needed for the next hour. He took some time to think about what was on his mind and wondering as to why it was even quite the big deal to his friend that Freddy helped Ryan back to the entrance with his own plushie. He shrugged, thinking it didn't seem that big of a deal since he just wanted to make sure Ryan was doing all right. Hence, why they're new and a little shaken up by the utility tunnels near the basement. Wait, utility tunnels? That actually reminds me, oh my gosh, I don't want to spoil it. Okay, this is a little bit of a spoiler, you know, if y'all like spoilers, you know. Skip, like, at least, I'm gonna guess 10 seconds, 60 seconds, because I talk a lot. Okay, so basically, don't tell me I warned you, by the way. So basically, while you're playing, like, you know, Security Breach, at some point you will have to face against the big spider guy, which he looks like this. And oh my god, I can't tell you how many people made drawing him hot. Oh my god. Oh, he's probably one of my favorites. Other than Sun Drop and Moondrop, and he's so cool. Like, it's a huge ass spider. I don't like spiders, but he's cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. And basically, you have to face off against him, and he goes through like these ginormous holes, tunnels, basically, just for him, just going everywhere, zip zop, buddha bop, and like and then you have to like get away from him and all that and press like a certain button and then it'll go all back to normal and he'll stop chasing you or something like that, if I remember correctly. But damn, when I watched that I was shitting bricks. I was like, that's a huge ass animatronic running after me, knocking shit over, bitch. I'd be crying. I would be shitting bricks. And then freaking Glamrock Freddy, before that even happened, be like, oh, say hello to the music man. He's such a nice fella. I'm like, nice fella, bro. He was running after me, throwing objects in front of my face, trying to kill me. You think that's a nice fella, bro? I was watching it like on EDVR, and I was like shitting tears for that guy. I felt so bad for him because he had to do it like a couple times. I feel so bad for him. Because I never felt so bad for a poor guy, you know. I would have been so scared. Oh, I would have been terrified. Oh man, this is why I suck at playing scary games. Ooh! Okay. Anyway, continuing. Okay, where were we? Shit, I'm starting to get lost more and more often. Am I going slow? Okay, anyway, Okay. Noticing his battery is fully charged, he finally got out, feeling much more better now that he made it on time as soon as the hour had ended. He still, for some reason, felt bothered by Monty's irrational joking matter, but at the same time, he doesn't exactly feel bothered at all. Mixed feelings, huh? Feeling understandable. He did feel some kind of tug in his chest cavity, as if it was giving off a new kind of feeling just thinking of the whole thing. What? Freddy just shook his head, thinking it was the good kind of feeling, like being friendly along with the kids during their birthday parties, but for some reason to him, it felt so much more newer and better with YN. He couldn't really believe it himself. He just shook it off but kept it in his head about it, smiling from having to put his thoughts into it. He might go ask YN himself as to why he feels that way at all, or to keep it to himself as it would have made him seem broken. The time was around 5:28 a.m. So Freddy could just kill time and maybe just put some more thoughts into this small thing that is just making him feel giddy and bothersome at the same time. Though he wasn't exactly complaining too much about it. It felt great to him. This is going to be quite the topic to tackle on for myself for the time being, he grumbled a bit. Beep boop. It was now officially 7:12 a.m. I could never wake up that early. I would have to wake up at like 6:30 for school, and I don't know how I do it. I really don't. It's superpowers, I tell you. Anyway, nearly time to open the Pizzaplex. Freddy had stood up from the couch after a few hours of processing the majority of the thoughts and spiffing himself with paint to make himself seem a bit more brighter while polishing his hat and bow tie, feeling more cleaner. Hopefully they actually clean these animatronics, not like last time. Ugh. That was a while ago, though. Damn. He finally got out of his decorative room and started heading towards the entrance, wanting to be there to greet folks and their children into the Pizzaplex as it's nearly opening time. As if on cue, Wine happened to be in the lobby carrying a box with marked words of happy thoughts. And it happened to pique Grandma's curiosity of it, wondering what could potentially be behind the cardboard. Good morning, Freddy. Wine gave him a nod, holding the box close to their chest. Why, good morning to you too. What do you have there? The question made them look at them with an eyebrow raise. It's some of my old stuff that is a surprise for later. Now it really did make him want to know what's in it. What's in it. Would you like to see what it is now or later tonight? Ryan glanced up at him. Well, I would love to see it now, but I feel it is too early to see it. Perhaps tonight, so I don't be late. His ears wiggled at the excitement of what the surprise would possibly be. Monty was walking up to them, but ended up bumping shoulders with Freddy, giving him some kind of scoff whilst heading up to the lobby stairs. What's his problem? Ryan watched him grouchily walk off. I'm sure it's just him not being ready. Freddy had just decided to shrug it off, thinking he had a bad morning. Well, I'm gonna go and put the box in your room and we can start opening it and I'm slow. Opening it and have you greet the children at the Pizzaplex. Yeah? Ryan watched the staff bots setting up in front of the my tongue is tied. Okay. Waving them off to go off to where... Oh, I see where I'm fucking up. Okay, to where he should be. Asai had left Ryan to walk off to drop off the gift to Freddy's room, but got interrupted by Vanessa, who so happened to be the security guard. Hey, Ryan, we need to talk, like, right now. She grabbed them by both of their shoulders and nearly dragged them into the staff-only room, having them pinned against the wall. The fuck? Who does she think she is? Monty? Girl, you're not him. She made sure the door was locked and that nobody would get in before she started speaking. Well, I've got to tell you something, but you got to keep it to yourself by the end of the day. Sure? They had no clue what was even going on or as to why Vanessa is acting like this. Okay, so there's this kid, and apparently he's in this place as we speak, hiding. Whoa, you're telling me that there's a kid? Are their parents worried about them? Like, we should, I don't know, now announce it. Ryan had pushed her off of them, feeling pressured against the wall. This random thing being told to them. Listen, I would be concerned about this too, but if you clearly cannot find them by the end of the day, then I will have to call the entire bots to look for them. Then they speed walked away from her, feeling the aura that is burning with anger off of her. It wasn't a good feeling at all. Wondering why it's even a problem to them when they couldn't even stick around as much for the rest of the night. Ryan had eventually made it to Glamrock's room, having to feel the pressure from earlier had burned away clean. But then the pressure had came back again when they couldn't get the door opened. This was going to be a long day. Beep boop. Freddy had already begun greeting the children into the Pizzaplex when he recognized one of them being the birthday child. He felt joy rise up in his chest, knowing that he's gonna have to have another kid be the happiest, as from what he hear Freddy will be singing for them at their table. Oh yeah, I can't wait to perform tonight. We always become the stars of all the kids, Roxanne shouted, feeling the pride beaming onto her. Freddy just chuckled at the confidence. So, Freddy. She looked at him with her fangs showing out from the grin she had smirked out. Want to figure out how to defend yourself? Now he was just as confused with the question. Oh, what? What do you mean, defend myself? Well, Gator over there told Chica that I happened to be out of your room nearly at midnight with somebody who doesn't stay out this late. She was being smug, and he absolutely was gonna blow a fuse. If Monty made it sound weird when it really isn't, please do not take it out of context. If there were sweat coming off of Freddy, you'd see them. Ooh, so there is something up. She was absolutely teasing him. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go and collect the cake from down in the kitchen. Freddy nearly stomped off, feeling his metallic cheeks sort of steaming up. Oh, metallic ass cheeks. That's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, metallic ass cheeks is bouncing. Okay, I really took that out of context. Damn, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, now Roxy's onto my case too? Why does this gotta happen to me? He was in for it now, being embarrassed. He ended up being at their rooms, but saw YN sitting at a cushioned bench outside on their phone with the box next to them. Oh, thank goodness, someone I can finally feel sane with. Freddy sat next to them, almost startling them from the sudden voice. Hey, Freddy, where are you over here? Aren't you supposed to go and get a cake? They looked up at him, putting their phone in their pocket. Not right now. It somehow feels stressful. Is that it? He was looking down in his lap with his paws clapped together. I don't know. You said it. I kind of got locked out of your room, and I just don't want to make a hassle going back for the photo pass. Wyan closed their eyes as their hand on their neck. I could get us in. He stood up, grabbing the box for them. Here, you can follow me. Wyan stood up, stretching before they began following behind him, feeling good. Feeling good from that stretch they had. He walked through the door since it had allowed him whilst Wyan kept the trail. So what's in the box? Why does it have a happy thoughts on it? His own question was answered when he opened it, seeing some kind of lamp and being confused by it. Wyan giggled, taking it out. Is there a way to dim the room? He nodded and walked to the light dial and dimmed it, making the entire room dark. They held the lamp, putting it on his little desk and turning it on. It emitted light, decorating the entire room with glowing stars. Freddy's ears wiggled, eyes glowing from the dark, but also sparkling at the sight that has happened in his room. Why, he just took a seat on his pushed couch. This is just, wow. Wyan took a seat right by him, looking around, feeling comfort. Thank you for showing me this, Starlight. Oof, sorry, all ads, am I right? Anyway, Chapter 4, Panicking Playroom. Did that help with the stress? Warren looked at him, seeing his eyes look at them. Yes, I thank you for this. His eyes softening up at them, feeling the distress that happened to him earlier calmed down. That's great news. I wanted to make sure you're doing all right after all. I do care about you, Freddy. They had given him a kind smile as he did the same expression but melted. Well, I gotta go check in for our daycare. Apparently, there's been some kind of power issue that's been happening. Wine stood up. I'll see you at your performance tonight. Freddy sat there, feeling warmth from them leaving his side. Yes, of course. If possible, could we be back in this room later tonight? He had a look of a puppy wanting to spend time with Wyan. Yeah, we could do that. They watched him practically jump from the couch from the answer. He walked over to them and picking them up and giving them a big, ginormous bear hug. His ears wiggling, his metal puffing up from with heat from himself. Wyan did not understand what was up with him for today, but didn't question it. Why would you question it? Anyway, they had hugged him back, feeling him squeeze a little more, before letting them go and placing them back on the floor gently. You be careful, okay? I heard the daycare attendant is a little too friendly, but he does mean well. He gave their head a nuggie, as if they were a pet. Okay, I'll be off now. Wyan patted his chest, leaving him to be in his room by himself. He definitely had some kind of problem with his circuits, but it involved Wyan for some reason. He wasn't too sure himself about it, but he wasn't complaining. Freddy insists on having this because he knows he loves it way more than he should. Beep. Wyan had made it back at the what the hell is that, an atrium? Seeing families making it in to be welcomed and already decorated by the merch that is either glowing or just completely dull. They shrugged, scooting past all the people into the daycare, seeing the mothers and fathers drop off their kids into the colorful playground. To be honest, this place brought back nice memories for Wyan. Going down the stairs, seeing the playground with the bridge through the glass was just phenomenal to the kids and even themselves. They made it to a door that looked like a wooden gate, being welcomed by brightly lit colors. It was almost blinding to say the least. They walked into the security area, watching the guy allowing the parents to drop off their kids. They tapped the guy's shoulder, telling him that they're here to watch an issue so they'll take his shift. Oh man, thanks so much. The guy waved YN off, feeling relieved to get out of this bright place. As if on cue, there was Sun jumping off of the balcony into the ball pit at the back of the place near the slide. Oh my goodness. Ryan had just witnessed the funky sun scaring the kids who were in that pit. Hello, children. I see you are all very excited to be here to have fun in this amazing wonderland. Sun was just beaming his voice, watching as the kids either got very excited or being terrified to not leave the jungle gyms. He then looked over at the security area and seeing YN. Oh, and we have ourselves a new guest here to watch over you wonderful bundles of joy. What? They were absolutely confused and just pointed at themselves. Yes, you. Please do come over here. I just know that he will love you. Some was practically encouraging Ryan to do the circle where him and the children are at. Seeing the children plead Ryan to go over there made their face red. Was this kind of a weird thing to happen to them? Is this what the guy has to deal with? Ryan sat in between some of the kids while nearly all of them moved close to them, seemingly scared of Sun on the other side of the circle. Now, we could all play a game of duck, duck, goose, or we could play a puppet show, or maybe he just started rambling on of what they all could do together. Ryan felt hands of the kids on their arms almost crawling in fear. The eyes of them were widened and were just so confused, but tried their best to tell them that he does mean well enough to care. Kids, it's all right. He's just being a very friendly person. He does want to be all your friends, you know. A kid looked up at them, almost hugging an arm, feeling better as Sun kept on rambling on and on. Hey, Sunny? His attention got grabbed by them. Yes? I think we could all do some kind of arts and crafts. It seems like a very creative idea. Right, kids? They all smiled and nodded. Ooh, I have some glitter glue and some crayons. He got up hastily. I'll be right back. And there he goes to get the materials. All right. Those who are afraid, you may get out of the jungle gyms. I have a fun activity for all of you. They called out to the other children just to see them peek from their hiding spots. Now, we can all be in a circle with each other, and I could tell you all a wonderful story until Sun comes back. The children all gasped, almost running and doing criss and cross applesauces on the foam floor. Now, let me tell you all a story about a very wonderful girl who's known as Little Red Riding Hood. Too many versions of that story, I swear. Bing! Now, who could tell me what happened at the end of the story? At this point, Ryan was having way more fun being in the daycare than they should be. A child raised their hands. She shared cookies with the wolf and they helped Grammy with more of her baking, right? Ryan nods. Yes, very good. Ryan turned to see Sun, who has been peeking from a plush shape, who seemed like had been listening before hiding behind it. They shook their head with a chuckle before getting up. They peeked over the shape, seeing him crouch with his hands in his face, as if they were pretending not to see. Oh no, I wonder where Sun could be. They jokingly smiled. Ryan looked over at the children. I have a new game for you all. We can all go play tag. But oh man, if only our favorite Sun was here. As if on cue, he leaped up from the back of the shape and right behind them. Wait, I want to play too. Sunny has grabbed them by their shoulders and picking them up, practically shaking them eagerly. The children were all laughing and giggling, seeing him so giddy of wanting to be a part of this whole little game. Then, abruptly, the lights went out, leaving stars to be shown at the top of the room. Then got dropped as Sunny backed away from them. Mm. The sounds of the children's scream that made Wyan go over to them and have them huddled next to each other as if keeping the little ones safe. No, Wyan, please keep them all safe, Sunny yelled out, tearing his face out before falling into the ball pit dramatically. Wyan was kind of panicking, but had to make sure the kids were safe. But some of them had gone to hide away in the jungle gym. The dark had sent all of them into a state of panic. The kids were crying from the dramatic fall of Sunny, but it all paused for a few seconds. Naughty children, it's past your bedtime. A creepy voice that was similar to Sun had came out from the pit. Wyan had whispered to the kids, I'm going to need you all to hide in the back of the playgrounds. I'll do something about this. They all protested, but seeing a figure with red eyes peek from the pit. They all scrambled as Wyan sat there, wrapping their arms around their legs as they were trying to appear smaller to whoever possibly came out. Look at you. A chuckle came from the face of Moon Tower and right over Wyan, as fear had put into them. Moon had grabbed them and raised them up. You should be in timeout for not putting our children to bed. He carried the panicked Wyan into the playground while they'd be tucked away. They didn't know what to do. This was just something that shouldn't have happened at all. Please, just let me go, Wyan whispered, feeling him stop and settle down in the dead end of the small space. He stared at them, just seeing their eyes closed shut. He just wrapped his arms around them, feeling them still shake. Moon didn't mean to. He didn't want any of this to happen. It was like Moon didn't even want to move at all, but he did want to make sure they were okay until the lights did come on. I'm sorry, but you didn't put them to sleep, so I'm going to have to keep you here until you sleep. He apologized with an unintentional grumble. I'm not going to get out of here, but what about the children? Okay. Next chapter. Chapter 5. We have to know, bro. We have to know what's going on. Okay, chapter 5. Freddy had been giving kids high fives and such, having agreed and take pictures with them. It will never in this time get old at all. He did feel off about something, but he didn't let that get in his way of this time at all, to see all these kids upset by his own emotions. All right, superstars, I'll be going off to go talk to my friends now. You all have an amazing time, and I'll bet I'll see all of you tonight. The kids were a little upset, but their parents had to call them over for the pizza. Roxanne elbowed him. Hey, how are you doing with the kids? She looked very happy with the attention and her time racing with the kids. I'm doing quite all right. I see you had quite the rush of racing. She raised her eyebrow. Oh, definitely. I just know that I'm the best because I ended up beating the kids at it. Freddy chuckled at her confidence. Well, that's good that you're having fun with the children. He smiled, but then had to ask, hey, have you seen Wyan anywhere? They must have been with the daycare, right? She was just smirking, putting her elbow on his shoulder. Miss him that much, Freddy just rolled his eyes, almost scoffing. Well, actually, I haven't seen them at all since we've opened. Wait a second. She looked at Freddy. You've seen them this morning, huh? Look at you going at them. Roxanne, what? What? Now it was her turn to look at her. What in the world are you on about? You, my good friend. Roxy could see through him. Are you in love for Wyan? Aren't you? He could feel his face just heating up that question. And just like that, I don't even want to hear another word out of you. I'll see you later. He walked away from Roxy. He could hear her rambling and laughing about it. He was just so done with basically two of his friends now. Freddy went to go to the kitchen and actually go get some cake, which meant he needed to go down in the basement. Freddy was just a little upset. Now they're rambling about love? What has gone into their programming? It's just quite concerning to think about that. He didn't put much thought into it, but to him it almost felt right to think of something such as that. It almost made his non-existent heart burn just from thinking of that. He finally made it to the dull-like kitchen filled with work staff bots doing work at making pizzas with possibly unknown ingredients like the non-meat, which made no sense and seemed weird. He caught Chica just leaning on the stone wall and eyeing the pizza and garbage with hunger in her eyes. She took notice of Freddy and waving him over to her. "Hey, Freddy, here to snack on some food?" He looked at her weird. "Not necessarily, no." She just shrugged, still looking at the food. "Then why are you down here?" she questioned, Freddy making him look at her questioningly. I have a great feeling Monty probably already told you that thing with YN and I. Chica just turned her turned towards at him. "Not exactly, but since you said it now, you gotta tell me about it." Now she was interested in the topic. Freddy just sighed grumblingly. "Roxanne has been on my case, and I think Moxie, what? I think Monty's upset with me at me about it. I'm not really sure if I gotta be honest." She stared listening closely at her friend. "Roxanne brought it up now that I have a love interest in YN, but I'm not too sure if that's even meant to be a good thing." Chica listened to him ramble on about it. "So, you're saying when everyone brings it up, it bothers you, but at the same time, it's also a good feeling you want to keep?" Freddy just looked at her as if wondering how she knew. "Oh, I know you all too well. Monty has actually told me about this kind of thing too, funny enough." She just gave him a shrug with a shake of the head. Freddy just looked at her with his eye almost twitching. "Wait, who is it about?" She watched him, getting a little iffy about this. "You really want to know?" Chica jokingly giggled. "Please, I'm actually curious who he likes." He had a kind of new kind of feeling rising in him. "It's the same person who you think it is." She watched him look confused until he gasped and ran out of the basement. "Finally, just me and this amazing good-looking food." What? Is Monty Mom maybe into us? Man, like, I don't know about y'all, but man, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, maybe. Is there a book about this? I need to check it. I'll check it later. There has to be a book about this. You know what? Why did I look that up? Damn it. Damn it. Oh my gosh. So, I might or might not check this person's thing if they have a Monty X reader. I might or might not. You know, like. Freddy was upset beyond his own programming. He couldn't believe the gator had feelings for. "Hey, Freddy, what in the world are you doing here?" Vanessa had scolded him, being upset at the fact that he wasn't up at the Pizzaplex. "Vanessa, I'm shaking this ass." Like, his anger just flushed away, replacing with a nervous wreck from being scolded. "Nope, you're going to go back up there." He grabbed his arm and yanked him along with her. "How did Ryan even let you get away from them? Honestly, actually, they said they're going to be in the daycare, but I feel they've taken way longer to be out." He decided to point it out to her. She took a hold. "Wait, you're not pulling my leg, right? Do they even know how dangerous it is to be at the daycare?" He realized about why they're taking so long. "Oh, I have a guess who has why. The power is out in there, and they cannot leave until the power can get on." Freddy is now very concerned for Ryan's safety. "I gotta go find them. You need to be back up there to get ready for the show." Vanessa concluded already on the move to get to the daycare. The sounds of children shrieking in fear had come to an earshot of Ryan. It was so muffled sounding, but it did eventually got eventually got them to wake up from whatever was happening. It was kind of hard for them to remember before it hit them like a bus. They were in the daycare, and the last thing they know is that Moon had put them to sleep in the jungle gym. Now he was chasing the children, trying to put them on timeout for not sleeping. Naughty children, it's all past your bedtimes. A dark chuckle had grumbled afterwards with a cry of a child. This sent Wyatt into a panic to crawl out of the playground as quickly as possible to try and stop whatever he was putting the kids through. Moon! Wyatt shouted, seeing him in the prowl creeping towards the kids in the tiptoe manner. He had turned to look at them. What are you doing to them? He got on all fours, crawling towards Wyatt. You should be asleep. I'm only punishing them for staying up too late. They had to get away before he put them to sleep. They crawled into the playground, going through the tunnels as the sounds of his bells ringing indicating he was following. Moon! They haven't done anything at all. I know they're good kids. Ryan crouched through an echoed space on the second floor of the colorful playground, trying not to lose their footing on the movement. No, they didn't go to bed at all. He kept pursuing them, almost grabbing them. You should have stayed asleep. You need to go to bed. They struggled on to where to even get to. It was just so confusing to navigate through the small tunnels and getting away from Moon. He finally had a grip on their ankle, pulling them to him, but not without a fight. They would allow him to do that. So they kicked his arm, hearing the grumble from him. They kept on going through the playground, trying to get as many spaces away from Moon as possible. The sudden noise of him being on the move had alerted Wyatt. They needed to figure out how to get him away from the sleep paralysis like deep nightmare. Please just come back and go to sleep. I beg all of you. It sounded like Moon was going to cry. In another life, I'm just not as tired and whiny. Those bells could be heard as he approached rapidly at that answer. It wasn't an answer he didn't want to hear at all from Wyatt. A dead end? No. Wyatt's thoughts were screaming. Did they take a wrong turn or something? No, they couldn't have. They turned around just to see red eyes of Moon peeking around a corner. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Moon chuckled, getting closer. Wyatt had to back up to prevent him from closing the space between them, but had failed pretty badly. He was now just cornering them at the dead end, seeing them brace themselves and closing their eyes as fear pushed onto them. He was absolutely amused by the way the looked before screeching as a beam of daycare lights turned on. Moon had backed away and scattered away from Wyatt and from the fear of light being shone on them. They had finally opened an eye to see the colorful daycare becoming bright once again. They had looked around, not being able to find Moon anywhere near them. Feeling relieved, they crawled out of the playground and seeing the kids coming out, feeling happy that it's over. Wyatt, Vanessa had called out to them, grabbing their arm. Come on, let's get you out of this place. They were so glad she came to the rescue. Did you turn on the lights? They looked at her, wilts being practically dragged. Yeah, turns out the power was down over here. Wyatt nodded. They both entered the auditorium. Wyatt had glanced at Vanessa. By the way, did you find the kid yet? She looked at them. I haven't, actually. Bummer. They gotta be around here somewhere, though, right? They looked at her. I'd hope so. I'm sure their parents are worried. The elevator finally stopped and revealed the Pizzaplex being packed with crowds of families. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna go and try and look for Freddy. Wyatt waved her off as she nodded, walking to a staff-only doorway. Navigating through the crowds and just seeing them wearing merch with glow sticks decorating them. Kids only holding on to plushies and parents' hands to stay close. The entire place was just entirely filled to the brim. Not too long, Wyatt had caught Freddy with Monty hanging out with the kids while also taking pictures with them. Oh my goodness, they're doing all right up here. They went ahead to sit on a cushioned bench to observe them closely. Seeing them both just making kids happy had been the best thing to see for Wyatt. They were so glad they were able to pick out a job like this to see the animatronics become sentient. It's kind of scary, but cool at the same time. Beep. Time had passed, and it was now time to greet the two of them to get ready to be polished and onto the stage. They stood up, popping their bones from a stretch, and started walking to them. Apologizing to the parents, they finally got Monty's and Freddy's attention. The sight of YN had had them both feeling happier. Hey, you guys, your show's about to start in an hour. Oh, yes, I can't wait to get rocking. Monty was baring his teeth with the biggest smile. This will be so much fun for us all to be together. Wyan had waved them over to follow them to where they need to be. My apologies if you didn't get all your photos. After they perform, After they perform, then I'm guaranteed you will get them. They informed the almost upset few. Going through a staff doorway with the thumping of two robots following behind, it felt as they had been the most tedious thing to go through, as the process of getting to parts and service was a long way to get to. Freddy and Monty were doing their best to keep their cool with each other since something had happened a while ago before kids asked to take pictures with them. Monty had decided to elbow Freddy just to pretend to look away. He has been acting very snarky now, but not until the other Glamrock elbowed him in the shoulder. It didn't take long for them to finally get where they needed to be. It was like both of their attitudes went away when YN had talked to both of them to get to where they should be. YN had made it to parts and services, meeting up with Roxanne and Chica waiting for them, acting as if they were three entering together. Wasn't funny. Alright, since you are all cleaned up already, we can commence with the show. Do be patient for a couple minutes until I get your things. Ryan had walked off into the storage room to acquire the items. Roxanne started talking first. Okay, so we're not going to talk about what is going on between you two, or no, I do not want to have this kind of conversation right now. Freddy was just, oh shit, I hope that then, no it didn't, okay. Sorry, I thought, because I'm setting my phone, on a pillow while me reading this, and I thought it blocked the sound. I was like, shit. No, it didn't. I think. Let's hope not. Okay, anyway. Freddy was just kind of fed up with the way Monty has been to him. Clearly, you both need some way to steam off, or something, because I do not want to deal with Ryan scolding us for being mean. Chica stated, almost concerned for the two. Again, I don't want this to be what we talk about. Freddy sighed, feeling upset. I just want to focus on the show. Please. Oh, we'll focus on the show when you quit being googly eyes with YN. Yeah, don't think I don't see that. Daycare was just pressing buttons to make Glamrock more mad. Clearly, you're just upset because I can actually talk to them. Freddy pushed Monty out of the way. I'll be going to YN. I can't stand this. Yikes, he's clearly not having a very good time. Maybe you should relax, Monty. Chica crossed her arms with an upset pout on her face. YN, what are you doing all right? Freddy peeked into the storage room to see them upside down, leaned against the wall. Oh my goodness. He was trying so hard not to laugh. He picked them up, helping them stand. Are you all right, YN? They shook their head, their neck hurting. I kind of fell. Could you help me reach for Roxanne's keyboard? I tried to climb, but... YN made a motion of them falling with an exasperated crashing noise. Freddy looked directly at the keyboard and then grabbed it and held it out for YN. Thank you. He moved out of the way so Wang can get out of this claustrophobic closet. I've had way too many run-ins with small spaces for today. Wyan grabbed Chica's guitar while holding onto Roxy's keyboard. Freddy held his mic and Monty's bass guitar. What do you mean? He had a face of worry written on it. The daycare wasn't a big whoop, that's for sure. Wayne shivered at the thought of the place. Are you doing okay? You seem like you're stressed. They looked at them, seeing him turn his head. Let's just say I've had a long day too. Well, since we're done closing, I did promise I'd stay for some time since you did ask. They smiled at him. I'm sure that'd be nice. Hey, Wyatt. The voice of the intercom had interrupted Freddy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and they, them's people, let's non-binary people, let's get that right. Do get ready for the show that will start in a couple of minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna be late! Wine had picked up their pace. We need to set you guys up and quickly. Freddy followed behind. As they both entered the room with the others, all right, everybody, we gotta be ready. Wine rushed to the girls to give them their instruments. You all get going. I'll watch you from the side. She gave them all a thumbs up, then went through the door the opposite way of the stage. You all ready? Freddy looked at all of them, earning a nod from each of them. We all got this. Let's forget what happened and get this show bright. They all followed Freddy, seeing the hallway to the show lift dimmed with smoke and glowing lights. They all knew what to do. This is what they always did. Feeling of making it to the top, feeling it through the show had everybody pumped up. This was the night everybody will remember. Damn, this is a long chapter. I just noticed how long this is. God damn. Good for me. Wait, where were we? Okay. Standing on the lift, seeing the darkness being decorated with all the lights was just so amazing to them. They were all ready to perform for all of the people in the crowd. Once they made it to the top, they all jumped into position, beginning to do their phenomenal act and making the whole place shouting happily. Ryan was watching them from the side of the balcony, watching them get all into it, seeing them impress the whole place. It was definitely a sight to see. That was until Freddy stood still in a frozen state. His head was glitching out and his eyes looked like it was twitching in pain. This put a worried look on Ryan real quickly as they tried to make their way down. I'm so sorry, guys. Ads, may I tell you? Anyway, continuing. Once they did get down, they saw the other Glamrocks looking down at him, worried, now that he's on the floor, almost dead-like. Freddy? 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 Okay, sorry, that wasn't as dramatic. But hey, it was the best I could do. Like, I can't be, screaming, I was like, it's not bad. Damn, this is an insanely long chapter. 2,000 or more fucking words, I think. Or maybe even more. Oh my gosh. So, I will say right now that this is where the game practically starts. Quote unquote. And damn. Interesting. Very, very just what the fuck? What? That's crazy. Damn, first of all, what the fuck, Moon? Shit. Literally, whenever I saw Moon for the first time, and oh my gosh, I was shitting bricks. I was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no, what the hell is that? And bruh, when I tell you, if I was a kid, I would be running so fast. I'm gonna tell you, I'd be running like crazy. I'd be running like shooing. But anyways, back to me. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, my makeup is a little bit of a mess because I was like, rah. So it's a little bit of a mess. Sorry about that. But oh my goodness. First of all, what the fuck, Moon? That was not cool. That was just not it. That was not cool. I would be shitting bricks if I was in that girl's position because I would be shitting bricks. There's nothing against it. And then Monty. Monty. Ooh, Monty. Damn it. Man, I should have added Monty X Reader to that bow, man. I need to check. I really do need to check if the author has, Monty X Reader for me, for me. And if I do find it, I might or might not post it in the community. You might want to go check it out. If you're a Monty sim, like me. Anyway, oh my goodness. There's some rivalry going on between Monty and Glamrock Freddy going on here. Two girls are trying to comment down like, Penny, look at me. And as we know, Monty has some fucking anger issues. And if you manage to look into his room, you can see it's just teared up. Body parts everywhere. He tore the wall. He tore that. He tore his whole room up. Man got some really bad anger issues. I don't know if he originally has anger issues. Like, maybe he could have anger issues, but not like as bad as he had, because he was being controlled, and it made him more aggressive, more, shit, bro. That'd be kind of scary. Not gonna lie, it was kind of scary. And then, man, it's just so cute, and just, man. I don't know. I think it's just super cute. And the Vanessa's just coming up here, pinning us against the wall. Just like, I thought she was going to be like, hey, mamacita. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because, like, recently I actually watched this TikTok. And then Vanessa was, like calling one of the other, like, security people, like, useless or something like that. And I was like, oh, hell no. I know you just don't call me useless, girl. Let me tell you something. At least I'm not the one with my therapist recordings everywhere in this damn building. At least I'm not the one who's helping Peepaw Willie try to come back alive for probably the third or fourth time. And then he dies yet again. I'm not your position, girlfriend. So don't come at me. You should look at yourself real quick before you come at me. Excuse me. Like, girl, you do not know who you're fucking with. Shit. Like, I don't even think she realizes how bad. Like, maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. All she knows is this man is dangerous and can easily manipulate you, which they did manipulate her, but there's one of those endings, again, a spoiler, I'm sorry, and one of those endings, in Security Breach, you could actually save Vanessa, and it's a pretty nice ending. I mean, you saved Vanessa, and then there's this other ending which is kind of confusing. You reveal Vanny to be Vanessa, and then she's down here, right? But now she's up on the building, and people are saying that that's her spirit being stuck to that building. And I'm like, that's agreeable. That's possible. That is very much possible. I mean, and then there's like multiple other endings where Mr. Hippo replaces Glamrock Freddy, which is... why? Mr. Hippo talks a bit too much. Like, there's literally a whole 2 to 3 minute dialogue of him just talking about his time with Goral, with the elephant, if you guys know what I mean, this elephant. And I don't know, his stories are extremely long. It's in Custom Night if you guys play and you get killed by him. He's like, well, it's a very long story. Not every story has something like that. I was actually watching all the Custom Night voices and all that, and because I was actually watching the old theories and all that in game theory about like how there's 2 spirits in Golden Freddy. It's one the crying child, the other one is Cassidy, and that Cassidy is the one who's like whenever they say one of the lines, because most of the animatronics are saying the one you shouldn't have killed. And I'm like, I mean, that's Cassidy, but let's be real here. Who would know about the nightmare animatronics? Because if we remember correctly, there were illusions. They were not real. So, and they were only to Crying Child, not to Cassidy. So who the hell would know those unless it was Crying Child? So I don't know. Maybe Cassidy told her, maybe like while they were stuck in that thing, and they were like, hey man, so whenever I was alive, I had my dad was terrible or something like that. Made me have these illusions, and they were fucking scary, bro. I was shit my diapers. Like, just like I don't know. I'm not saying that he's like there, definitely and stuck in hell with them, but I mean, come on now, come on. I mean, she is a spirit though. She might have seen it. I don't know. It's really complicated. Really, it's super complicated in the FNAF fandom. Like, what isn't? What isn't complicated? I tell you, what isn't? Also, I was playing randomly like Five Nights at Flirting. If you guys know that game, you can easily download it on your PC or something like that. I downloaded it on my computer, and I got like two endings. I died. Well, not me. Someone died. And then I got a good ending for once, that I became friends with Jeremy and we set a soul free and blah blah blah. And they said I could become more with Jeremy, and I'm like, oh, okay, girl. And at first I was like, staying with Mike is probably maybe a smart idea because Mike, Mike. Sorry, man, I was really interrupted. Where was I? I keep forgetting that, but basically, yeah, I was playing that game, and I'm trying to reach Then I stayed with Vincent, and that was a stupid idea, I know, but I thought that would help you like figure out what's going on, beep boo, and I mean it did kinda, but you died. He literally was like stuffed in the Springlock suit, and as he died, he stabbed you, and he's like, "You're gonna stay with me forever," or something like that. And yeah, now I would continue this, but my mom randomly came in and told me that my grandpa challenged me to play dominoes. If you guys didn't know, I like to play dominoes. I ain't the best, but I manage. Period. Anyways, I gotta get going and beat his butt, and if I don't, it's fine. I'm too tired for that anyway. But anyways, y'all, before I go, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. And I got to go. Bye and peace.